as well.
Right.
Okay, you're live. Yeah. So hi everyone, thank you for joining, and it's another edition of our Spark this coaching session. Today our topic is customer service. It's actually the first time we are doing this particular topic, so it's like a maiden edition of customer service, and we have our coach here, Nii, and then there's we have a guest who is also a new coach, Sarah. So Sarah, thank you so much. We are truly delighted to see you. Then there's the ladies over there in Zambia. There's Emma, who is going to be translating for the ladies, and then there's me. So yes, I think we're good to go right now. So thank you, Nii. You can begin once Emma does the introduction.
All right, thank you, Barbara. So for now, we have 4 women. Other more will come through, they will join us. So we have Evelyn on this side. So Evelyn sells beans and rice. And we have Teresa Nampasa this side, and she has a support. Then we also have So we have another Teresa Walia, and she sells food spices. And we also have Brenda at the far end. She sells chicken. I don't know if you can see her. She sells chicken. Then we have Lucy. Lucy sells. She has a restaurant. Thank you.
All right. So let me say good afternoon again, everybody. Unfortunately, I can't really remember all the names, right? But I'll try as much as possible. Maybe we can just drop them on the chat, right? And I think I did not hear what they're doing. It's very important to that. Their business type. Can you just help with that?
Pardon? Their business what?
Yes, the type of business that they're doing.
Okay, so the business is Beans and Rice by Evelyn. Then we have Teresa Nampasa, she has an hair salon. Then we have Teresa Bwaja, she sells food spices. Then we have Brenda, she sells chickens, broilers. Then we have Lucy, who has a restaurant. So it is beans and rice, we have a restaurant, a salon, food spices, and chickens.
Okay, thanks for that. So the mix of different businesses. There's those that sell, there's those that render services, right? And then the most interesting part is the food, right? Which I'm sure all of us really like food, at least to survive. Awesome. So nice meeting everybody, and I hope you guys are doing good this time. I don't know if it's afternoon there or morning, right? So it's afternoon. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Let's start by just asking. Thank you. I like this class. It's more interactive than the other ones. So I'm giving you a clap, right? So we'll make it more interactive. Yes, so I will tell you as it is. So please just keep up that good spirit and the energy. And the little time I have, I'll try as much as possible to go super slow, right? And if you have any questions, please just stop me, and I'm happy to walk you through. So customer service, right? That's what my topic is today. And well, a big background about me is I've done sales, I've done customer service, customer success, I've done partnership, right? I've done operations, I've led teams. So I think it's also a good topic for me to handle. And I'll paint different scenarios, right, for customer service, and just to make sure that you relate with what this means. So the first thing is, how many of you have a bank account, right? Now you go into a physical bank and then you do transaction. And just wave your hand, like.
All right, thank you. So baada that's no manje baadaye tushati baba kupata mabanki tubaendea kwamba kuna baba kutaka mabanki so tumaende kwa bank account then No one.
Oh, okay.
No one.
No one. Okay, so let's look for another example, right? I'm just trying to look at what is familiar with you guys in terms of customer service. Maybe Barbara, you might help me with something that's really common in that area so that we can use it.
So most of them are using mobile money.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I think we can use mobile money, right? So if you go to an agent and you want to withdraw money, for example, right, using your cash, that person might be the business owner, but the service that he or she is rendering, right, is something that you need, right? But there's a way in which the person is going to approach you that you can decide that I'm going to come back to this person to be withdrawing money, right? Or I'm not going to go back to this person. Okay. So the attitude of the person towards rendering that service, right, really, really matters. And how they greet you, how they welcome you, how they collect your card, for example, or how they ask you simple questions actually count. And all those things are part of what forms customer service, right? Yeah.
All right, thank you. So then the thing I'm deposit. Bajya bo punya prepare baake. Semua beta si iba event nga business. So bajya nga punya baranda na ibu. Tiada stamata ini. So bajya monga muaya nda punya ko prepare ini what is it? So ako baranda na ibu tiada stamata ini. That's what it. Customer service. So me shidana sango oyo mwine wa business ashita more related na customer. Thank you.
Okay, so let me even use us as example, right? Let's say the way Barbara greets everybody. She's very friendly, she smiles, and I'm sure all of you really like that. Okay. Imagine if I just walk into the room and my face is so hard, right? And I did not greet anybody and just started talking. I'm sure that's not really polite, right? So what that means is when you're rendering customer service, right, there's some qualities that are very, very important, right? We'll come back to that. But let us define what customer service is all about. When we say customer service, what does it really mean? Okay. And how do those things really come into play? I have just a short thing I've written, but I might not be able to project. So customer service is a support, right, that you render to either a prospect or a customer, okay, which can be before they're your customer or before you render service to them, or while they are still your customer, that means after you have rendered a service to them. So the word support, right, that you offer to them before or after you've sold something, like let's use that word, right, to them, that is what customer service is all about.
Okay, so welcome back to customer service. What we train. So for example, now baba sabuni sana kati ngaiso mukale kusha nchiso mu kashani shashani ni mule mulondo rwera bwafisho mbere mwamuba tsawa manot testi 100 kwacha shani ni shibo bonishi efo mule mwakwa kisha bamushire ile mtu ngaisa market o mule mkemshi tunaruka manot testi na so mwamula si kuwafundisha na kusana so bula wabusana kulingana shani na business yendo kumleranda. So the main thing is that wafundisha wala afwa customer ule wale kuchechi. Thank you.
So let us look at someone who has a restaurant, right? For example, when someone walks into your restaurant, even though your food might be so sweet, but the attitude that you show, right, will actually determine. So let's paint a scenario of someone who's coming into your restaurant for the first time. Now, what are those things that you could do, right, to show that, yeah, you are offering customer service? The first one is when you come into your restaurant, if you have maybe a security person or someone who is at the door, the first thing is to greet them, right? Maybe good afternoon, welcome to XYZ, right? And the person is going to smile very well. In a scenario where you don't have that and you're the only person and maybe one or two persons that are there in terms of rendering the service, once you have a first-time customer, even if it's a returning customer, the first thing you do is to make them comfortable, right? You smile at them, you're welcome. What do you want to buy, right? If they need to sit down where they're sitting, you ensure that it's very clean, right? Not littered. Maybe someone has eaten there and the table is messed up, right? That's not customer service. Putting things in proper shape to ensure that whatever you are selling, whatever service you are rendering is enjoyable, right? So let's use that word enjoyable is the goal of customer service.
So, Miranda, see, pakwata nsangwe shimesha kuwena kushakutamwa dinti la customer, kulifinto for twinga kongai. So each number one, kuwa posheni, la customer you pick him, number la customer la kuya pusha. Maposha pushina shi. For example, bashanda ti muna babri ngaisa kuita mkanda. Chisani ade smile. So namanga mlandira la customer, making sure to nam smile. But chabang kila kweni, down customer is a you know ka? So cha number one, kuwa pusha. Then kama pusha chala kutoka kuangisha kulati, it's easy to put balta kwa fire. Amu tabate kwa mukumlechta, bami ba buno banga na muishinya, chala becha posai. Thank you.
So let's look at another business, right? That is there. I know there's someone that's doing saloon, right? So definitely you make hair for people, different styles, right? A way of looking at customer success for you, right, could be one, if you are currently busy and you have someone who is new, right, who wants to make her hair, but because you are busy. Now, the best customer service experience will be for you to greet the person, offer the person a chair to sit down, and let the person know that, oh, please, I will be done in 2 minutes, or I'll be done in 5 minutes, and then I can attend to you, right? And if you are rich enough, if it's a big saloon, you can even offer the person maybe water or drink or something just to keep the person really, really busy. Now, all those activities that you're doing, they are customer service activities.
So, para pedir example, así, isla envió ya koba o minga muna mga customer. For example, right? Then muna ko shalo undi size. Instead, so para pera na muna pakamuha pisha. Ito minga kifimbicha kwa rati. Mwaleka mami na sisi. Then in mwalanda na customer nalami muna 5 minutes nalami pisha. No, it's never gonna live for muting shishi. Customer na muna kakeshi na mwana pisha. Yeshi wenga kutuinga muka. Muna mtamba fyo. Kidabana na ngwele kane state alipaka mwamu kwa tesa bidina. So batinga chako bati ama activities yosho mure chitamuna nkane maleka mwasta tench kumuntu mwana mwata wendo ila kwa 2 minutes. Pusha mure pas di mulut to kali na blur kwa malo bo. I waited for blur 2 minutes. Nara something kare. So issue customer tends to be a customer no computer which days me about customer. Thank you.
Right. So let's really talk about the qualities, right, of customer service. Okay. And let me just give you another side of customer service. So in a big organization, right, where they do technology, instead of customer service, they call it customer success, right? And they do almost something similar. It's just that customer success has an advanced one, right? But let us narrow it down to customer service. So what are the qualities of customer service? What are those things that people are looking out for, right? That will make them come back to use your product or come back to your shop to buy food, come back to make air, or even come back to come and buy rice or beans as it is. Remember that the business that you're doing, there's someone that is doing that same business, right? So you're not the only one doing it. So it means you have competitors and you want to be able to sell to as many people as possible. So number one thing, right, for customer success that I've written is having respect for your customers, right? So what is respect? Respect could mean different things for different people. Or the general term is how you talk to people, right? How you relate with them. Even if the person is bigger than you or is smaller than you, you can use the word good morning, sir. You can use the word good morning, ma. Not because you feel like you are big, but because you want to ensure that you respect the person, right? So respecting your customer is one big quality of customer service. And whether your customer is a small boy or the little, I can say little one behind, maybe it's a boy or a girl, right? In as much as a person is coming to get a service from you, okay? Because what you want is exchange of value for value, meaning I want to make your air and then you're going to give me money, right? So I need your money, right? You're coming to buy rice, or coming to buy beans because I want to sell to you and because I need your money. So I need to respect you, the way I'll talk to you, the way I'm going to greet you, and the way I'm going to package your food, the way I'm going to package your hair, all those things falls under the respect of customers. So one quality that anybody who is going to offer customer service is that you must be respectful and you must respect your customers. That's number one thing.
Thank you. So that the business home the business home we never business so many so this of the folks to which that's the brand they already Mufire mwa taxi, good customer service. Lakini mfire mwa kwa shantu wanu, must respect them. So our customer value, remember what our customer business is saying. So customer guys, let's set up with us no muchi. Set up to show what I'm for respected, then I'm for what but then change what. If I don't want to that I'm going to send the change, what kind of people no for more standard. Number among the disrespect. Thank you.
All right. Sarah, I don't know if you have anything to add before proceed.
No, I don't have anything to add. I agree with everything you're saying.
All right. So the second thing, right, is I call it ability to communicate, right, clearly. So if you're rendering customer service, right, to anybody, you must be able to clearly state whatever you want to tell them, right? For example, you want to greet someone, good morning and how are you doing, for example. And you're saying, when it is morning, you're saying, good night, have a great day, right? For example, there are two different things. So you must be able to communicate clearly. The person must be able to hear you clearly, right? And during your communication, your expression, which in this case is going to be either your body language or your facial expression, must be friendly, right? That means you have to smile when you're telling people good morning, welcome. When you're telling people, please just sit down and I'll attend to you. Or when you're selling your rice and the person is very hungry, right? Your work is to ensure that you communicate clearly to the person. The person is not having misconception in their head of, oh, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to insult me or something, right? So communication is very, very good, and it must be clear and must be articulate.
Thank you. So when that's poni ability to communicate, mufile mwava abaishi bokulandana abantu efyo mulewukwa mwafichita translate kwa customer akubwa then mwaishi bana customer efyo challenge understand. For example, customer ngaisa na akalipa mufile mwachita distance mwaishi bachoke umuntu uyu ale mweleko wa wine so naranga kumushida yes you can be on the east namsan something but ngaisa na akalipa mufile mwachita kwanga na wine and that become ngana mpata bills of study kwa umuntu ufurwire kwa ibesho mwinganda mwanangu then no sasa kwa ibesho mwinganda mwanangu no mufule ufafie uiberere kwa ibesho mwinganda na wine so mwapati mwakwata katika tona timupashi ngatimanda ti yako bati mwaishi kwanda no muntu state aberere mwe. Thank you.
All right. Another quality I'm going to mention is your attitude, right? And in this case, I think there are some qualities when you're hiring a customer service person, right? There's some sort of attitude you're looking for. The way they talk, the way they do things, the way they smile, and all this kind of thing. Now, I understand that for small businesses, you have to do everything yourself. Okay, so what that means is your attitude must be a positive attitude. And I'll give you an example. Someone, if you have, like, let's use a restaurant, right, for example, where someone's just going to barge into the restaurant and maybe there are people who are waiting to collect their food and the person just start moving people, shifting people all around. Move, I'm here, I need to buy food, or this kind of thing, right? Now, the way to undo that kind of situation is not fighting back, right? It's not punching the person. It's literally just composing yourself and talking calmly to the person, right? And ensuring that you are able to handle the situation, okay? So when you have positive attitude and everything is not violent, right, as it is another good character of a customer service person. And these are some of the things that I'm sure all of us are looking out for in anybody. So positive attitude is very, very, very important. The way you handle situations, the way you compose yourself, your choice of words are also very, very important. Yeah.
So, but number 2, Misangwai attitude. Mufile mwakwate msango shaba positive way. Wala bati msango shaba negative way. Tawishi bamuntu fwale because wamulole shafe a. So, Dimokula wachama kampanya ya kumira kutesa customer service care bachani manje if we do a small business ufira waba tuweze mwa siku niwe sales person niwe advertising person niwe washani so tutapata timisango ishisumesha kubati shina na abantu because abantu the way waba trika first determine whether bala kwenda mtababili efutu kubala mtande so katika bati customer Uli akusenda in a negative way. You that that's the way what happens to your business. So positive. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Yeah. So 2 more before I go. Another one is patience, right? So you have to exercise a lot of patience when you're dealing with people, right? And as a customer service person, you will see different people, right? The way they talk can be annoying. For someone in the restaurant, the way they eat can be annoying, right? Some people will eat and the table is going to be littered, right? Not because they can't eat clean. Some people can just decide that because I pay you money, I need to just do whatever I want, right? Some people will not finish their food and then they will just leave it there. So people will call you to come and carry the plates before they even pay you money, right? Depending on the kind of model that you run. So people can call you 10 times just to bring just one bottle of, let's say, ketchup, for example. Oh, bring salt, bring this one, all this kind of thing. But being a customer service person, right, you need to be very, very patient. Patience is one of the best quality, right, that you need to have to offer customer service experience for anybody.
Ati chanamba man kwa kupata patience haini. Patience mutima wanakilira mulina understanding that you're saying, especially with primary experience. Abantu nga bayisa mukubyo obwagi bati baleta balisunga bulino ngani isootire ale kata kufera bakufe, you know, like relationship about yani so but the other so yes, pues daban frío bago, la voz ya tamsan. You know, they can do all these things to annoy you, but as a person who relation, why should you question the relation? Then you know, like thank you.
Right. The last one, right, is called empathy. And empathy is very, very important because it helps you to put yourself in the person's position, right, in the person's shoes. So let's use example of the saloon. Okay. When you're making someone's hair, there's possibility, right, that it's paining them. Maybe by mistake you pull the hair, right, and it's very painful. Okay. During the whole process, which depending on the hairstyle, I'm sure if you're doing maybe weaving, for example, it can be so tedious. Okay. And maybe the person's head is like this for long and neck is paining the person, right? And you say, oh, please, can I make my head like this? Now, you need to be able to understand at that point how the person is feeling, right? So if someone says, oh, it's a pinch, right? It's paining me. Can you do it this way? You should not respond like, put your head there. It's not my business, right? It's you that wants to make hair, stuff like that. Well, if you understand and can just imagine when you pull the hair, the pain that the person is feeling, right? Putting yourself in that shoe, understanding how that particular person is feeling at that time is what empathy is all about. And if you actually understand empathy and you have that as a quality, right, you will be able to address people properly. You'll be able to feel what they are feeling and also know how you're going to react, right, to them. So empathy is very, very important. understanding how people are feeling and putting yourself in that shoes. Yeah.
All right. So as year number 6 ni empathy. Empathy kukwata omutima wakuibika mu sapato ya mugwe. So bachipera example kubasabiri. Umuntu utaisa landa salifa mumchite yasta oya kubati. No. O alfa fistawa ya kubati ya mwelekele bwino. Mwete ya iwe mtu obewe ngatana nkani. Iyi kwa abantu abanjishishita rero cyukutushika aho mjishishita shikosa ini kinki ya neshani. O cyukuto cyobe cyikuru twabira kuka Pisteo, outra diretor agora explica muito também. Quando a mochila é muito muito, understand, não te chamo para como também. Mas ele como não chama até uma coisa. Olha, não vai ter um xixi tão seco para mim. Para ir para meu país, ele vai levar a Pisteo, não me chata para lá. Uma coisa mochila é isso, mas because tutuma purchase to your movie and I remember there was this time I wanted to go. What is you? Name shell for me about it. But never. The show was trying to be but it's new form. But then one and the Mushia Kovatiam Kari. I don't know that. And this is our boy for the chicken fishing. So you can have customers coming and returning because of from never treat the command and then I'm sure we understand the sign, give us again. Thank you.
All right. Hope they're enjoying the class. Ask them if they're enjoying the class before we continue. Are they all enjoying the class?
I think it was a nice day enjoying it. They are saying they're enjoying and they're learning things that they don't know.
All right.
It's good that now they are knowing.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause here and I'll allow Sarah to come in. Let's just add one or two things before we continue. All right, Sarah, take the mic.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks for letting me sit in today. I'm really enjoying this session and everything that has been said so far. I don't think we can understate how important it is for the good customer experience, especially if there's other people that are going to be selling the same things that you're selling and other restaurants that are going to be operating. So when you think about it, you know, if you have a similar service to someone else and a customer comes to you and they have a really good experience and a really good interaction with you, that is what's going to bring them back. And just as important, if they have a negative experience with you or a bad experience for one thing, maybe they thought something was rude or you weren't showing patience or you weren't attentive to them, just as quickly as somebody would come back for something good, if they have a bad experience, they're very likely to just not come back. So I think everything that we've kind of covered today and learned today is so important. In maybe they don't come back just because of a good experience, but they definitely won't come back if they have a bad experience. So I think it's very important to have good customer service.
Thank you, Sarah. So, badala ndasi kyoso kutesa mbira kya shuka ilo pidi. Abantu kuba kubonfine. So the moteti bakasoma bakano kubwera because kumpita ekiwele. Tumwaba lukavile, tumwaba pere watu wabatibisa wabatirita. If determine ero kabefo mbeba tirita fana mukata fan ero tena abantu parasitani. If baranishiro so chali chikanga chakobati. Customer mumsenda so that after a good experience, consider good experience here. Bad experience, There are other people selling what you're selling. So the only way you can be different is because is how never treat a customer. Come on, treat a customer. Baka wera unapata wachani experience hii suma ndani hii. Thank you.
And I guess one last thing to add is you're not just selling rice and beans, you're selling that, and you're also selling a good experience. You're not just selling food in a restaurant, you're selling food in the restaurant and a good experience.
So badala ngati tamulesha tamulekate tamulesha rice, but there is a tamulesha rice the experience is to mine. Don't say we're bad experience. So if rice when the rice muda push the rice yes experience customer send them away. Don't see them video. So that's it. Abantu what touch they see video with the experience and the product. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll pass it back now.
Right, thanks so much, Aaron. Okay, so I think we've learned a lot today, right? And the most important thing for us is to start doing those things, right? So let's take it one by one, the little ones that you can even start with. For example, someone that is selling rice. If anybody comes to your shop to come and buy, I think the first thing to do is to greet them, right? Smile at them, okay? You can give them extra packaging box or nylon depending, right? Because sometimes maybe places like here in the UK when you need to buy stuff, for every packing bag you have to pay for it, right? So it's not free. So most time people will come and bring their bags, but I don't know how it is done in your place. You can just have extras, right, in place, such that when someone is buying something bulky, you can give them, right? And when you're giving them, you can smile, let them know that, yes, you are there to actually help them, okay? You are there to support them. And when they are going, you can also say thank you, right, for coming. For someone who is doing restaurant, right, I think aside the food being sweet, the experience you get also matters, right? And the environment. So if your environment is very clean, if the way you welcome people, they like it, even before they finish eating, you're already asking them if they're okay, if they need something more, right? If you serve them meat and there's no toothpick, you can ask them if you want to give them toothpick, are they open to it, right? All this kind of thing. The way you talk to them, your facial expression, right? And then lastly, you have to be patient, okay, when you're dealing with people, because it's often been said that you don't know what people are passing through, okay, at that particular time. Someone might come happy today, and tomorrow the person might come really sad, right? It means they're just going through a lot, okay? So read people's facial expression as well, okay, and try to just ensure that they have absolute and fantastic experience, right, while you're rendering service or when you're selling your product to them.
Okay, thank you. So rather than that's it. My customer whether is some customer was the most nice mine. Because my customer in Gabaista. The rest is some kitchen. Barakosa kuna maluko mlewa speciali msango so mle basendi ram because ba customer in the eba kalenga business ya fantashi nangu zaidi fantashi sasa ba customer wale samukira mwa region customer mwa na facial expression ya kusho after nampele chachi tashani kwa bali mtasekele mo mbe na mpala kuvugia mishishi maybe shiriki biru mufira mwa piki na ile ni something ile mani sana so that ala ndio msomo ya mafuta ni vitamin C baini na mwa pia kufanya kama vamos não coisa de uma plastic será para né e vi para ensinar aí chega muito plastic chega aí por exemplo nesse som será muito attention the reaction and the more folks shiny which way forward the coming of us moving one make it as customer shiny because customer you know party upgrade then the business especially advantage. Thank you.
Sorry, I was on mute. So let's trade open. Do you have questions for us? Anything you want to ask us? We're happy to take plenty of such. And please don't be afraid, just ask anything that you're not clear with, anything you want to know more. Yeah, we are happy to share.
Okay, so I'm training topic ya kwa tibonze mama so it's training
So,
That's the question in election. What's the question in English?
Yeah.
So guys, my question is guys, you just in your oh, no, yeah, which doesn't call yoga. Okay, so we have 2 questions in 1 contribution. So the contribution is from Evelyn. So she has said she's happy to learn everything she has learned. There are so many things that she has ignored in her business, and she's happy to learn that they can have an impact on her business. Then the 2 questions, one from Telesa Nampasa is she has a salon. So sometimes when she's plating someone, people just walk in and they will be like, wow, this hair is nice. Nizingat. So our question, how much is it? So our question is that, what do you do? Because you've said always greet your customers with a smile. So what do you do to those people that just come in and asks the price? Do you have to just respond to the price and say, it's 200 naira, it's $10, or you have to greet them Shani, then you, how are you? Then you respond. Sorry, but you're able to get it right.
Yes. So she's asking. It's funny, right? But I think so. Let's do one example, okay? And that little baby at the back, right? Let's assume, right, that she went to school and then she returned while you were doing something very busy, okay? Like you're busy, that you're plating area, cooking food, and she asked you, "Where's my food?" Okay. I think you will tell her that the first thing to do is to greet before she asks for food. Okay, at least you're seeing me for the first time, maybe after school. You're supposed to greet me like good afternoon or good evening or anything before you ask me for food. Okay. Now, even if the person who is asking is not greeting you, right, or has not greeted you, but just said, "Oh, this air is very fine. How much is it?" The first thing you do is to greet the person, right? And say, "Good afternoon. Oh, thank you." And you can say, "I can make your hair as beautiful as this, but it will cost you X amount," right? But at least you've done two things. You've greeted the person. You've mentioned to the person that you can make them as beautiful as this person's hair that you're plating for them. But for that to happen, this is the amount that's going to cost. Okay. So if you have 10 people coming to say, "Oh, this hair is very beautiful. How much is it?" Yes. "Good afternoon." You can even ask them, "How was your day?" "Yes, I can make this hair beautiful. Your hair beautiful as this one. It will cost you X amount of money." For you to respond that way, I'm not sure you need plenty of food. Right? You don't need to eat plenty of food before you can actually greet somebody, right? As it is, because the end result for you is for them to come to your shop and come and make that hair, and then you can get money from them, right? So if what it takes to get money from them, right, for them to become your customer is to greet them and tell them the good thing that you are doing, and then answering what they've asked, I think it's not a bad one.
All right, thank you. So badala that ngaba tumefanya bantu kushamanisha na mtu wapo tena ndio mwaka. So but if you are posting so that ngamaba posta bala kwako bila
Okay.
Then another question. This one is from Brenda about the chicken. Yeah, so we have another question from Brenda. So she sells chicken broilers. So our question was that there are certain customers that will come to the stand where she's selling her chickens, and they'll come and order on the chicken, lifting them. So they'll lift this one, they lift this one, they lift this one, and they leave without even buying. So now what that does to a chicken is that they become red as they are lifted under the wings, and the following day they will turn green. The veins will become green, and people don't like buying such chickens that have green veins. So what can she do about such prospect customers? Because they don't even buy. They'll just come and give it to chickens, like they want to buy, then they just decide to go. So how can she handle such prospect customers?
Okay. So before I answer that, Sarah, I don't know if you want to add anything to the first one, right?
For the first question, no, I don't. I think everything you said is what I would have said.
Okay. Maybe do you want to take the second one?
I'll leave it over to you. I'll add something if
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I think in this part of the country, or this part of the continent, that's Africa basically, where people buy live chicken, right? Like you go to the market, you see the chicken you want to buy, you carry it. Now the whole essence of carrying the chicken, right, is to check the weight, whether it is very heavy or not, right? Now the truth is, it's not everybody that really knows how to carry chicken. So there's a way you're supposed to carry it, right, and not allow the chicken to flap on the wings, or just using the tail wing to carry it. So at the end of the day, that causes fracture or just some sort of deformity to the chicken. But before I answer that, the first thing I'm going to ask is are the chickens in a cage? Right? Are they always in a cage, or where are they in the market?
So she says they're always in a cage.
Okay, always in a cage. Then that's good. The second thing is, are they all sorted? So when I mean sorted, I mean the ones that weigh almost the same thing, they are kept in a particular layer. Then the ones that are maybe smaller, they are kept in another layer, or everything is mixed together, right? So let me know which one. Are they mixed, or they are separated according to the sizes?
So okay, so she says they are in the same cage, in the same space.
Yeah.
But they paint them with different colors, either on the tail or on the edge, depending on the pricing they plan to sell them at.
Okay. So I think the first thing, right, to do is, if there's a way she can separate all of them, right, such that let's assume they are different. Yes, they're different sizes, and definitely they cost different amounts. So the ones that are big and they cost, let's say, for example, $100, group them in one place. Okay. The smaller ones that cost, let's say, $50, group them in another cage. Okay. Now, if any customer wants to check, mere looking at them, they can tell that, oh, this is the weight of this one. These ones are bigger, these ones are smaller. All right. Now, if they need to carry it, I think it's best for you to take them out of the cage, right, for them, and then support it with your hand when they are carrying it. Okay, if you need to actually allow them carry it, because I understand this thing, because I've done, at least I have a poultry back at home. So my mom used to do this thing. So it's you just see people coming and then they'll just carry, after carrying, they drop it. And at the end of the day, it's not really making sense. So what you can do is carry it for them, right? Support it with your hand. And once the person has carried just one or two, and the person has not carried another one, just tell the person politely, okay, with smiling face, that every other one, they are the same weight. Okay. So that's what I'm going to recommend, because in Africa, I want to touch what I want to buy. I need to touch it. I need to feel it. I need to know whether this one is heavier than this other one. That's the reality. But we just need to find a way around it. Okay. And the way you tell them to is actually important. So tell them in a friendly way. Let them understand why you are not allowing them to carry every other one. Okay. As it is. That's my recommendation.
All right.
Yep.
So, bakambati, acho mwenga chita kwa tipala, that's kama baisa system. Mwana pela mo finessa kashi, dividido para que vale Mwana filisha hapo, mwana shani, basta because no, but it's kind of question. Era uma já começa a dar na filha mas quero não vai na da desde porque depois você deixa All right, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for the time. Please allowing myself and Sarah to come in, and hope to see your business grow. Okay, very big. And I think I've made a promise that one of these I'll come to your country. So hopefully I'll be able to see all of you. Okay, and yeah, be able to come to your business. Thank you so much. Have a great time.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, bakambati, bakotela sana, hashtag somo bakela. Vale, cheta kila kama business yetu kwa então vai ser so pasa mona business yenu. So
All right, Emma, thank you. Please put them together. Let me take the group photo.
First of all, I'm going to put my smile in there.
Okay, please smile. All right, I got it. Thank you so much, Nii. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for all the points you shared with us. Thank you. We're super excited and grateful. Yeah, hopefully, Sarah, we are looking forward to your own session.
Yes, thank you for letting me listen in today and just see how everything is run. I'm looking forward to my first session.
Okay, sure. Thank you. No problem. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you, Nii. Enjoy
All
the rest.
right. Bye, guys.